All right, folks, as we weather the storm here, you're live with Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast Hip Hop. And this is another episode of Legendary Connects with your boy Lonzo, the Godfather from the West Coast, and my partner in crime, partner in time from the East Coast,
yes, sir.
The legendary Dr. Dre. What's up with you, Dre?
What's going on, Lonzo? Legendary Connects back in full effect, as we used to say, all the way.
I see Miss
And
Bernadette is in
it's a great Thursday. Oh, you're about to introduce the queen of the red clay?
Oh, too close. The divine.
There you go. Back up a little bit. There you go. There you go. A little bit more. All right, there. Now we're the same size. You was looking at that guy's little thing going for a minute. You was all up in the mix. Hey, what's up with your King Dev Young? I gotta figure out how you say that one right there. Anyway,
divine
folks.
Connected. Divine Connector. Roll with it.
Oh, that's not me. It's somebody else.
Yeah. What's up with you, baby? How you feeling?
I am doing great. I'm doing wonderful. Glad to be back. Up in the place to be. What are y'all talking about?
We were talking about this. I'm talking about this situation in down there. These folks is trying to.
You want me to take it?
Yeah, go ahead, man. They're playing games.
Well, basically, simply, we're going over tonight is the first hearing from the January 6th committee that investigated the insurrection with the office of Donald Trump as president, trying to reverse the election of President Joe Biden. And now the committee has finished its investigation. So now they're going to report to the American public and show what they've all bought in. Their job was to get the information and expose us to the information. And then the Department of Justice, headed by Attorney General Merrick Garland, will then start to decide who will be indicted. So some people, like Lonzo and I were discussing, he feels it's not moving fast enough. But when you talk about all the information, let me finish. That he wants to see the people at the top, see them get their due. I'm shortening it. That will come because the way they do it is you get the low-level folks because they're the first ones to start expressing what really happened and build the case. So by the time you get to the top with Donald Trump, and I just heard Representative from Wyoming, Liz Cheney, who I used to really despise, I have now grown an affinity to her to actually be a Republican and be on this committee and seek and tell the truth. Her opening statement was not only riveting, moving, informative, but it lets you know that this November, if we don't, as the people of these United States, our citizens, don't do the hard work of voting and getting people out to vote. Like they just had a primary election in California, which was very lowly attended by so few. Folks, if you want to see change, you got to be the change. You have to step up. You have to do the work. And we have to put representatives in there that are going to change and do for us what we expect. Yeah, Lonzo, you got it.
All that sounds fine and dandy. What I was saying is that like with the impeachment trials and the other situations that's taken place in the past couple of years, I see it usually it's an exercise in futility. Motherfuckers just be like giving you what you want to see for the time being till they stalling to get what they want. And then by the time it's something to do something, everybody forgot about it and they move on to the next bullshit. I mean, here they are. They got the in the House. They already voted to raise the age limit from 18 to 25 for assault weapons, but they said it's dead. It's dead in the water going to the Senate. That's some bullshit.
No, Lonzo, come on. This is how we make change. It's a 50-50 Senate. So come this November, I stress this, we must elect more Democrats to clear what we want done. If you want better health care, vote Democrats in. If you want to see change in gun restriction, not going out to take your guns, but raising the legal age from 18 to 21 across the country, vote Democratic. If you want to see better care for your kids in school, vote Democratic. If you want to see this inflation deflate, because all of this is set up. It's all a setup. You can't keep yelling at the president who does not have control of gas prices, but the gas companies are sticking it to us because for 2 years, they couldn't raise gas prices because we had the pandemic. People weren't driving. So what does that tell you? It tells you they're manipulating profits for their own interests.
But
so we can control it. We have to vote the proper representation.
Now we're gonna argue. We're gonna have a debate today because here is where I see it.
Let's debate, brother. Let's take it. Okay. Let's go there.
I see that. Yeah, you're right. They are manipulating prices to get some of the money back they lost in 2020 and 21, but they also are doing this to make Biden look bad as possible. Most people. Hold on.
You agree?
Can I finish? I ain't said a word while you was talking.
No, you agree. Go ahead.
I listened.
And you're right.
All right.
I yield the floor.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
To the West Coast.
But the average person don't, especially the average Republican, don't have, not gonna say the average, but most people don't realize what you just said, that the president ain't got shit to do with the gas prices. All they know is he's in office. My gas is going through the roof. Baby ain't got no formula. It's costing me $125, $150 to fill up my tank when last year it was only $40. It was when I got my car, it was $60. Now it's $80, and my car tank ain't got no bigger, of course. But they don't. Most people don't. They don't assimilate. They don't take in consideration that they're being manipulated by the big boys that actually run this country. They run this country from boardrooms around the world to make him look bad. Now, you know, goddamn well, if the Republicans take over, they're gonna do less. You think you ain't got nothing now? Let them get in the office. You ain't gonna never get nothing again. Meanwhile, they're gonna gerrymander the districts to keep you from voting. They got all kind of laws being passed to keep people from giving you water in Florida. Come on, man. You can't give somebody water in Georgia. You can't give Georgia. Okay, Georgia. You can't give somebody a bottle of water in line when they vote. You can't take people to the vote like you used to on Sundays. They had a thing where they take people out after church and take them to vote.
Souls to the polls.
They banning that. So as all the smart brothers, all the militant brothers, all voting don't count. If it did not have a value, they wouldn't be trying to take it from you. But most people, a lot of people, not most, but a lot of people don't see the significance between the two. And my gas prices, Biden got to go. And they will put some asshole in there that's another billionaire, just like they try to do in California, in LA, want to put a billionaire in City Hall. Ain't y'all got enough of these billionaires already? They do not have your best interest at heart. You will not be a billionaire. It ain't going to happen. Stop trying to think because you vote like a billionaire, you're going to be a billionaire. No, you'd be lucky to get you a few $100,000 out of this world, or at least a meal ticket. I know it sounds disheartening, but the average person will not be a billionaire. And this is something that I read this, that a lot of people vote for people with money, hoping to be a person with money so they figure they're protecting themselves in advance, when actually all they're doing is putting people in power that ain't gonna do nothing but lock the door behind them once they get in power. They're gonna cut the cord
down theory.
They're gonna cut the cord, move the ladder, whatever it's gonna take to keep them in power and your ass out, they're gonna do it. And this is what we're experiencing right now. We're experiencing a major shift in power and finances. I mean, you got not hedge funds, equity funds buying up foster farms. Okay.
Yes.
equity
Yes.
funds buying up foster farms. Why? Because they see grain prices are gonna go high. What happens then? Chicken gonna go up. Okay, and we love some chicken. All folks love chicken. Black, white, whatever difference. They love some chicken. But when grain prices go up, that means they get to raise the price of chicken. So you got somebody invested $7 billion to buy foster farms, only to hold out the longest war in over in Russia. It keeps on going. Not Russia, but you know what I'm talking about.
Ukraine
keeps going on.
I'm with you, brother. Come on, you go ahead.
They can justify all kind of shit. They can justify raising gas prices. Now they can. Ukraine was one of the number one producers of grain, which is one of the main foods that we feed chickens. So you can manipulate all kind of markets with this shit. And most people don't play the market. Those who do know they're losing money right now because the market been down for the last week. Folks are losing money. But every time somebody else loses money, guess what? Somebody else make money. Okay, the money just don't evaporate. It just shifts where it goes. Some people are short in certain situations. Some people are playing things long. Bottom line is, they want to make Biden and Kamala Harris look as bad as possible. So you're voting with Democrats. They haven't done anything for you. What in the fucking Republicans ever did for anybody, but rich folks? You ain't got enough money to be a Republican. My cousin said that one time. I said, man, how's your people? He said, man, my people. I ain't gonna tell you who it was. My people are rich enough to be a Republican. And I'm like, hey, Democrats can't be rich. And that's the mindset. Okay.
Well, let's bounce to Bernadette real quick and ask her what she thinks, and then go to our incredible, credible folks on the board that may want to have some comments. And then I'm gonna jump back with you, because everything that you just said is absolutely on point. But what I'm going to offer after we talk to Bernadette is how we can actually make these changes locally, state, and federally. And only we can do it because, as you just said earlier, and I quote you, if it didn't have value, they wouldn't try to take it away. So Bernadette, are you with us? Queen Bee?
Yes, I'm here. Okay. Definitely.
What are your thoughts on this conversation?
I was listening to you all and everything. I kind of talked about.
You better side with me. I'm gonna cut you off. No, go ahead.
the power of the black vote. Is it a legend? Is it real? The black vote. That right there. When Cube got in trouble with a few things, people talked about the black vote and how it's being used from when I was little to sit in churches for the black vote or to split the black vote. All these different actions we have about the black vote that I talked about, and some people really. I want to just piggyback on y'all and put it out there with y'all about the power of the black vote. You're already talking about it, but you didn't label it the black vote, and because we used to be the black vote used to be Democrat. Black people vote for Democrats and things like that. The power of the black vote. There's definitely things we can do about that. And I was over here doing a little bit of investigation because my phone was going off, and I was looking to see what this blue alert is over here we have in Mississippi. Do y'all know? So in the chat or YouTube, do you know what the blue alert is?
No, what is that? You know?
In the chat room?
Yeah, I asked both. So it's a law enforcement. That's it now. So law enforcement officer has been shot or is down, and so I'm over here investigating it because one alert was a detailed alert and the other one was not. So yeah, that's the blue alert. So we just had that happen here. That's why it's going off. It's not bad weather. We got tornadoes. A blue alert here in Mississippi about officer down or shot.
Well, let's hope that the officer is not fatal and that he can recover. And we want to make sure that we understand that not all police officers are bad and not all of them break the law, but let's just hope for the best.
Okay. And so back to y'all with the black vote, the power of the black vote. So I'll keep us up to date on that.
Bernadette, we discussed the black vote, because what most people don't realize is that black people were Republicans first, especially after the Civil War. We didn't change the Democrats till the Dixiecrats of Lyndon Johnson's area when they put in voting rights, civil rights amendments for us to be treated equally in federal law. Then the switch came because the Democrats used to be what the Republicans are now. So let's go to today and what I'm talking about in terms of what we can do, not what is in play, what we can do. We have to vote as a big block of folks. And listen to me what I'm saying. I'm not talking just black vote, because I'm hoping not just black folks listen to us. We need a massive people of color that believe in American democracy and believe in the fact that we want to control our government. So we have to get out in huge numbers to vote locally, state, and federal. You got to make sure you know who's being chosen as your Secretary of State in your state, because they control voting. You have to know who your senators are and who's not voting to do things to create better rules for gun reform. You got people that just, as Lonzo said, the House passed the measure because that's full of Democrats. Soon as it got to the Senate, it's 50-50, but you need 60 senators to change the law. You need 10 Republicans to stand up for that carnage that happened and say, we're not going to see this anymore. We're not going to let this happen anymore. Instead, they're debating saying, well, that really doesn't matter. That's not going to change anything. And you had a senator on Zoom playing with his guns during a conversation in the Senate, where one senator said, I hope those guns aren't loaded. And he said, I'll do what I want to with my guns at home. Okay. No one wants to take your guns away. But what does an 18-year-old need an AR-15? 2 of them. Why did the police not rush in and save those kids in Texas? Why do black people going to shop in an area where it's a food desert and are killed by an 18-year-old white supremacist with an AR-15? So don't give me that mental illness crap. The guns are the problem, first and foremost. The iron pipeline on the East Coast is a major problem. Ghost guns and AR-15 ghost guns are for real. So if we don't vote proper representation, all the protesting, all the walking up and down the street, the George Floyd law was passed, couldn't get through the Senate. So don't blame Biden. Biden gave the oil companies, here's the permits to drill. You can drill and get the oil out there. This is about money. Because there's no way on God's green earth, when you manipulate baby formula for babies, that this is not a setup. This inflation we're going through is a setup. Because now all of a sudden, your goods are getting smaller, but the prices remain. That's because they want the profits. And when you vote against your personal interests and you vote against what Biden proposed and the Democrats proposed, and you have 2 renegades that just sat there, nope, not going to do it because it's going to cause an inflationary back. No, it's not. Take the example of what the Ukrainians are doing. They're fighting for their freedom. That's why they're out there at war with Russia. Everyone thought they'd be losing. They're winning because they are together. And they're being supported by NATO, the North American Treaty Organization. so that Putin can't get away with what he's doing. Why are we just taking this? Why do we believe random gun violence, drive-bys, shooting 11-year-olds is meaningful? What's wrong with us? What are we thinking? We can fight back, and I don't mean Black Lives Matter protests. I mean really take the country back, not just as Black people, Asian people, Latino people, some white people,
Reverend Drake,
Native Americans,
Reverend Drake,
Native Americans. We need to work together,
Reverend Drake,
and unite. Go ahead.
As you preach today, I understand you. I feel your sermon here today, but as
I was getting the plate out.
I ain't mad at you. I should have broke up my goddamn organ, but I forgot about it. I'm listening to you talk.
Where's the organ music?
I mean, I gotta find this on my other bank there.
I'm not just trying to preach, brother. I'm trying to inform.
Well, you know what?
I'm trying to let people understand.
You know what? What you're saying is absolutely true. And for some reason, it seems to me, I've been around for a minute now, just like you have, and it seems like the only time we get together as a people is we have somebody attack us. We don't realize we're under attack. We are all under attack. We are all under attack.
We're under constant attack.
All the time.
The gas pumps don't care what color your ass is $6. Okay, they don't care.
They cares about one color.
They don't care green.
One color.
Okay. We so busy. They keep us so focused on bug. We worried about Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Tucker. We worried about homeboy
Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan.
Give a damn about that man. I ain't got nothing from that woman. She cute, but shit, she get it from her mama. What the hell?
We worry about Young Thug,
and everybody else.
We worry about what R. Kelly's doing. What his sentences.
There's a place for all that, but meanwhile, that has no immediate effect on our lives, and we spend a lot of time on talking about stuff that has no interest, no effect on our lives. Meanwhile, the shit that is really important goes totally unnoticed till it's too late. Okay, this goes.
Lonzo, do you want me to solve the gas prices?
Go for it.
Go
ahead. You can't drive. How you gonna solve? You can't drive. The fuck you gonna do,
brother? I can solve it, but I can solve it.
How you gonna solve? You can't drive.
It was solved before.
Go ahead.
What happens in history, when it repeats itself, it becomes scary.
Okay.
All we have to do, and I'll explain, stop driving gas cars. Stop. Or if we have to, carpool.
Right. Okay.
Public transit. Does it take longer? Yes. Is it a pain in our ass? Yes. But watch gas prices plummet. The moment you don't get that gas, come on, man. Because when the pandemic hit hard and we didn't go anywhere, what happened to gas prices? They dropped like a rock. Why? Because supply and demand.
Dude, now what you're saying, it makes good sense. But
I'm gonna tell you how we can do it. Get rid of your gas guzzling car by electric.
Stop.
It's what has to be.
Stop. Now, first of all, let me correct myself. Derek Mallory just checked me. It was Chris Rock, not Chris Tucker. You know what I was thinking. I appreciate that.
You know this, man.
Huh? Also, Dre, it was Barry Goldwater, and you said it was somebody else. Barry Goldwater. I thought it was somebody different that actually got us to change from Republican to Democrat, but that's okay.
It was the signing of the Civil Rights Act in 1965 because the Democrats were the Republicans. It was.
No.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Kennedy was.
They warned Lyndon Johnson.
But Kennedy was a Democrat. They was loving Kennedy. Kennedy was everybody's favorite.
But in the South, they were called Dixiecrats.
Right, I understand that. I'm very familiar with that.
When once Johnson signed that, they flipped. And he was warned, the moment you do this, the South will walk out. And that's what happened. The South walked away.
All right.
It became Republican.
Now, my man Rob Trumbull said something that electric car shit is easier said than done. Okay, number
No,
one,
it's not.
it bullshit.
Because, okay, let me tell
Bullshit.
you. Okay, do you know about that? GM, Ford, Chrysler are all geared in 2030 to only sell electric cars. They have them now. They have them right now. I'm not even sending you to Elon Musk. They exist. These vehicles exist. And remember what I said. If we have to, look, in 1955, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King was in charge of the Montgomery bus boycott. And when blacks decided not to ride on the buses because of prejudice, what happened? They lost money.
That's the wrong church.
And that's why they arrested 89 people. 89 people along with Dr. Martin Luther King because he broke some crazy law that they were trying to force people onto buses. But people were walking, ride sharing. Any way they had to get around, they did it without using the Montgomery bus system.
Time for this one to come home.
And let me talk to you for a minute, goddammit. First of all,
Tell me I'm wrong.
Wait.
I'm muting my mic.
Tuesday, I was at the car dealership. Okay, I have a gas guzzling SUV, small Cadillac. I'm at the Cadillac dealer. I asked him, I said, "Hey man, what's up on that new Lyric? I heard that's a pretty nice car." He said, "It's a great car, but it got bumped back again another year, maybe two." Okay, because they don't have all the components to get the cars, to make the cars like they used to. Now, for whatever reason, Elon Musk got all the parts he wants, and people got there's plenty of them Teslas running around here. But
the Lyric's not an electric car.
Yes, it is.
The Lyric's components. No, again, Lonzo, let me help you. The Lyric's components they're missing come from Taiwan.
They don't have enough of them to put them on the road.
We have the ability to harvest the same component parts and build it here, but the environmentalists won't let us dig up the earth to use those parts to fit that car.
Well,
and that's what GM is. Dude, remember one thing about Dr. Dre. I am a news junkie.
I understand that. But again, it's one thing to dig up the materials to make the components. It's another thing to put the components together in America with a unionized workforce. That's going to cost you a lot more money long term. I understand they got robots, but somebody got to fix them damn robots, and shit happens. And they've already convinced us that it's cheaper to move outside of America. Cars already damn near cost $100,000 for a basic SUV. A Cadillac SUV is $97,000 already. Now, if you start making them same parts in America, the greedy ass corporation is going to raise the price to $125 to $150 for something that was probably worth only about $60 in the first place. Because first of all, understand this: a car is the worst investment anybody can make. I don't care whether it's powered by gas engine, electric engine, a go-kart. It's the worst investment you can make, and they get all your money in the first 5 years. And after that, the car has, I don't say little to no value, but the value depreciates significantly. Now,
it depreciates once the wheels hit the street.
Okay,
it's just the truth.
All right.
It's un-American to force electric cars on people. Rob said that it's un-American, but
it's
American. American is very American.
I'm watching today on YouTube. Wait, I'm watching on YouTube today, and they said the engine, the combustion engine that could run off of gas was invented years ago, and the guy had a generator. He put water in this generator, in this diffuser, and fired up the generator and worked in his yard based on water. But because water is cheaper than gas, they won't let us have that. You know, there is a.
It was a gentleman who also created what they call an octane pill, clean energy. Right. So what you did is you filled up your whatever engine you did, like a steam engine, put the pill in your car overnight. When you turn the engine over, it was pure gasoline, but it didn't burn like the gasoline we use now.
They had a In 1952, gentleman created a carburetor that got 50 miles to the gallon and had no power loss whatsoever. He cut a deal with Shell Oil, and before he can cash the check, he was dead. So, and it's the sister.
Yes.
This is a documentary.
Remember,
I got one for you.
Remember when Obama saved the American industry, car industry? He made a deal with them that they would raise the miles per gallon by 2025, that you would almost get 75 miles to the gallon, because it was a manipulated system done by the oil companies, because they know the refined oil we're burning it causes more damage to these vehicles that we're using, because that's what keeps the money going round and round.
No, but it keeps going up.
We don't need that anymore. Right, but Lonzo,
Dre, I'm not arguing with you.
What you value at $100,000 is only worth about 10. It really is. But if you wanted it to go down in price, tell them keep it.
Well, Dre, for whatever
get
reason,
a more economically, environmentally sound vehicle. And the reason we say, oh, well, that's against our American rights, but we're destroying our planet. Look at the climate that we're destroying. Look at the heat waves in California, which used to be a season. Now it's January to January.
Well, Dre, now you preaching to the choir right now. You ain't got to convince me. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is, if it was economically feasible.
I was gonna bring that up, Rob. Yeah.
Go ahead, Bernadette. Go ahead.
All right, we had Rob and I were talking or brought up retired police officer who worked on the invention. I thought you were talking about him for the water electrolysis to fuel cars. And, coincidentally, that's a retired Buffalo police officer who was gunned down in the Buffalo incident. But it was, that right there, that slang was unrelated. Some news resources say they were unrelated. But
bullshit.
Would be that. Yeah, right. Because, inventing water-powered engines, he invented a water-powered engine. And now he's no longer with us. Rob was right. I was on top of that, Rob. We talked about that. And yeah, exactly.
I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it. I ain't buying it.
No coincidences at all. And his name, R.I.P. I'm sorry. Drake. His name is Aaron Salter Jr.
It's not powered by Octane. Go ahead.
Aaron Salter Jr. We're gonna respectfully say his name. Who he was, and unfortunately, former officer and inventor, gone before his time. But oddly enough, during this time, when a water-powered engine is needed and will be probably showing up mysteriously, in the future. But
well, here's the only problem with that is, we ain't got no water. They got us on a water ration too. Okay, so you can put gas in the car you want to. If it don't run off salt water, we in trouble. You can't hardly wash your ass in California right now. You got to take turns taking a bath. You got to use, like back in the day when I was a kid, use the same bath water as your boy. Brother, I'm going to run that damn water bill up. Me and my brother and my sister use the same bath water. I don't know. I had to go in there first. I ain't bullshitting. So here we are in 2022. Folks got to use the same goddamn bath water. This is time to get, it's real a time to get up close and personal with the one you love, because y'all got to take a shower together, because ain't no damn water, because you can't water your grass, you can't wash your car outside. It's a damn shame.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on the time now is upon us from Road Warrior and Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome, I guess.
One at a time. Go ahead.
I know, real quick, because Alonzo said something very, very important about the water and salt water. Do you know that we can there's ways to take the salt out the water and use the water for drinking and other things?
Desalinization.
That's a process.
Desalinization, yes.
Right. It's a process. And these are the things that we should be expanding upon so that we can solve that dehydration and being able to get Alonzo out of the bathtub with the full family. There are ways to do it.
Now,
so Bernadette, I interrupted you. Please
hold
continue.
on.
I'm sorry.
They do that in Saudi Arabia. They have desalination plants all around Saudi Arabia, because they ain't got no lakes over there. They got to draw their water from the ocean, and it works very well. But for some reason, they think that's too good for us, and it works very well over in Saudi Arabia and other desert countries.
We have false American pride about, oh, I always could do this. But it's the same stuff they did to the people in Michigan when you were giving them contaminated water to drink, and not realizing when you wash and bathe in that water, you're still poisoning yourself.
Hey.
I mean, we can solve these problems. They're not like, oh, we can't solve this. It's too expensive. It's only too expensive when you let the powers that be who make the money from it and are holding up our structure the way they're doing and making profit for their companies.
But
that's the real issue.
The problem, the next problem we have is we have people like your boy Mitch McConnell, who keeps getting reelected, who ain't done
Moscow
shit,
Mitch,
who is definitely a serious, I would call him a cock block, but well, we are getting screwed. I guess he is a cock block. Anyway,
there's about 30 Republicans that are what you call permanent Senate members. That's why we have to go for reforms and say you can only serve 2 terms.
Well, how you gonna
how you
gonna change? Give them term limits, and they got to be the one to vote on it.
Because if you vote more Democrats in these next 4 years, and they will put on the ballots for term limits, then Mitch McConnell goes bye-bye.
You got Mitch McConnell is the senator for Kentucky. Okay,
right.
Kentucky is like Kentucky and Mississippi are 2 of the poorest states in the union. Okay, and they keep putting the same people back in power only because the actual districts that he served, he keeps them working. Okay, I think it's a military base or something in his district that he keeps getting funding for, and they make some shit that nobody even use.
But do you know he's married to an Asian woman whose father is a big manufacturer in China?
Yeah,
and he manipulates the steel that they bring off, and we import in from China, which is inferior to American steel, but yet he's the United States senator.
Right.
This is for real.
So it's so much shit that these guys do, and it basically is nothing but insider trading. Okay, it's insider trading, no matter what you call it. How in the hell do you make $170,000 a year, but you end up being a multi-millionaire worth $20 million after all this time? Because there's a whole lot of shit you're doing. You have the inside track on so much shit to put your money at. Meanwhile, you'll put Martha Stewart and Foxy Brown in jail for doing shit that's basically the same damn thing. You put Martha Stewart in jail for a year for pulling her money out, but you and your friends put your money any way you want to, because you're gonna make the market shifting your way, whether it be losing or winning. Short or long.
But that's what the former senator of Georgia did, and that's why he was ousted, because he manipulated trade to remove his money from the stock market. I want to give everybody the greatest stock tip of 2022 right now. And I did this 2 years ago, and a friend of mine said, "Trey, how did you know?" I told them at my son's graduation, I said, buy oil. They're, oh, come on, no way. Oil is so low. I said, buy oil now because it's going to boom.
You know what's crazy?
No way, Dre. But let me give you the stock tip. Everybody who's listening to us, buy wheat.
Okay.
Buy wheat.
I see that. Bernadette.
Because when it's in high demand now, its value will quadruple the moment this inflationary hoax and this stock market fluctuation goes away, because it has to go away because it's unsustainable. Buy wheat.
Bernadette, how much is the barrel? Look up how much is a barrel of oil right now, because usually they talk about that kind of shit.
$140.
It was $140 before, the gas was $6 a gallon.
No, it's $140. The thing is, if it reaches between 150 and 160, we'll be way over $5 limit of gas. I follow the stock market and I follow this stuff closely.
Okay.
When I told people to buy oil was at 25.
Barrels
And they
again.
were like, how do you know?
Dollars per barrel. I mean, per barrel. $25 a barrel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and remember, it's also manipulated. That's why Biden's going to Saudi Arabia to cut a deal with them to increase production and give us more oil to use. But it's being manipulated by Russia, because even though we put in we blocked Putin from a lot of stuff, he still makes $1 billion a day on the oil he sells to India, China, and other areas. And if they stop buying his oil, he would be broke. Because the only thing Russia can sell. That's it. Ukraine, if you buy wheat, if you really, really want to manipulate the stock, I can give you 3 stocks. I'm going to give one. Buy wheat now. Now, don't spend a lot of money. Buy a little bit, and a little bit. And then watch it blow up next year. And you'd be like, how did
Hey, Dre, he said, how much was a barrel of oil? Because I found 118. I don't know.
That ain't enough.
118?
That ain't enough. That don't justify $6 a gallon.
No. Yes, it does. It's because of,
no.
Remember, in the summer, it's the refinery process that they're lying to you about. And the thing is, a lot of states are removing their state tax. So what they do is they then double down on the daily manipulation of oil and raise the prices, because it's the only thing on the stock market that is unregulated, that prices can change hourly.
That's ridiculous.
Really can.
It takes.
That's why I'm saying, stop driving these cars.
Then you got to worry about the price of lithium. This is some bullshit.
No, lithium doesn't go up. If you use an electric car, you plug it in, charge it, and drive.
But then you got to work. Then you stop walking, then the price of leather gonna go up. Then you start walking more. Air gonna go up. Man. It's gonna be a bitch.
I'm sorry.
Gold bonds, chafing.
I'm trying.
Chapter gonna be high on the motherfuckers. Draws gonna be high as fuck. But I hear what you're saying, man. If you can do
oil's going away, it has to go away, or it's gonna kill us.
You know what? But on the real tip, I do believe I for some reason, because understand this, I do believe, I'm gonna say this first and give me a second to make my point. I do believe that they know that there's some kind of technology that's going to have a major effect on the oil companies very shortly. This is why they're doing what they're doing.
It's here.
Okay.
It's already here.
Hold on.
It's already here.
Hold on. I was talking to my daughter the other day. Okay. My grandson is 16 years old. I have 5 grandkids. One of them is 16 years old. His birthday,
blessings.
Thank you, sir. His birthday is the same day as mine, June 16th.
Even more blessings.
Next Thursday is my birthday, folks. Just so y'all know.
I was about to say, are you promoting your birthday already?
Not yet. But I will be holding a chat. I will be posting my Snapchat my Cash App on the link just for the hell of it. But what I'm getting at is when I started driving in 1973, look it up. Gas like 29 cents a gallon, 30 cents a gallon. Look it up, Bernadette.
No, gas was cheaper than that. It was cheaper than that.
Okay.
It was like 15, 17 cents.
No. California, we always had a high ass tax.
Oh, California.
Okay.
I'm talking in New York. You know why?
Okay.
Because my father used to say, I can't believe this gas price is out of control.
Right.
Dad, it's only a dime. What are you talking about? Only a dime.
Right. So I was telling her, my grandson, when he starts to drive, he will never know gas under $6. Okay. My son started driving 2 years ago.
38 cents.
It was
38 cents to 55 cents in May of 73, you said?
Yeah. Okay.
It was 73, 38 cents. And then the jump was 55 cents in June of 1974. Okay.
I started driving in 73 because I was kind of a bootleg under the table driver. Anyway, I ain't had no license nowhere. I'd be rolling my ass off. We could do that back in the day with my daddy's lawnmower truck. But what I'm saying is, if the price of gas increased at the same rate now as it has in my lifetime, from 55 cents to $6 in what 40 years. By the time my grandson is my age, gas is going to be like $50 a gallon. If it goes the same, if something don't change totally, at the same rate in the same 47 years. My daughter's 47 years old. My grandson, no. So I've been driving since I've been out of high school. Yeah, I saw the same thing. I've been driving for 49 years. Oh shit! My daughter was born 2 years after I started driving. So anyway,
I made the connection. With that. He started driving, and then baby can't quit.
I was able to go get it.
That's
I wouldn't got
driving because he made the door and started driving.
Right. Okay. That's one of them backseat boogie things. That's another subject.
I understand.
Anyway.
At the back door store. The backseat
boogie. Okay. Drive in the whole 9 yards. Y'all know about that right there. What I'm saying is that because he'll never know, to him, when gas gets to be $20 a gallon, by the time he's maybe 30, man, I remember when gas was $6 a gallon. And that sounds crazy to anybody from my generation. If my dad was alive right now and saw how high gas was, he'd probably have a heart attack and die, because on the Saturday morning, before we cut our lines, we would go to the gas station. I would fill up all the lawnmowers, the 5-gallon gas tank, and put gas in the truck, and I might spend $7. I might spend $7. My old man never filled his gas tank up for shit. He did not. We put gas in that truck twice in one day if he had to do some extra driving, but he never filled it up. Okay, but if I'm looking at it right now, we fill up all the lawnmowers, we cap them off, top them off in the morning, top off the gas can, and he knew we had enough gas in the can to fill up the lawnmowers again and put in the truck if we ran out of gas. All that was done for $7. Now you can't fill up a mini bike for $7. Okay?
No,
you can't fill up a mini bike.
I want to give you where we already there. 3 years ago, Bernadette looked this up. There was a plane, 747 jet, that flew around the world on solar panels, no airline fuel, solar panels around the globe. And it flew at night. It's possible. This is what I mean when I say electric cars. I don't mean we got to put an electric plug in the back and you're going to drive till the plug pops out. No, the panels will be attached to your hood and your trunk and will supply the energy you need wherever you go.
Okay, here we go. Let's figure this out right quick. You got millions of cars on the road right now. That means somebody has got to find some kind of converter kit or get rid of all these cars in a short period of time. I believe it's going to be a converter kit that's going to allow your car to work off of hydrogen.
No, our gas guzzling cars are gone because they're built on fossil fuel.
They ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Yeah.
How?
Lonzo, this is in California. There was a documentary done on electric cars.
Yes, the EV1.
You know about that?
Yes, I do.
And then it worked so well.
Yes,
they brought all the cars back
and crushed every last one of them.
Who did? Remember
that was Chevrolet.
Hide them in their garages.
Yeah,
right. Remember they
sent the police out to come get them too.
And they said, "Yes, that was crazy."
Right. That car.
So don't say it's impossible.
Wait. What I'm saying is, for people who have, like me, I have 3 cars. Okay, I got 5 cars on my insurance right now. Okay, how in the world can I go re-up on 5 cars? One car ain't going. My Cadillac, my '85 Cadillac convertible with the 20s on it, ain't going nowhere. But I'm just saying, it seems to me, I'm not sure, but I will bet in the next few years, if not sooner, there's one of these inventors will come up with a conversion kit that will allow hydrogen or some other fuel to be the main source for vehicles, because they had it before.
The fuel is what I just told you. The fuel is going to be solar.
No. You can't.
And I'm tell you why.
That means you got to convert to electric.
No, your conversion is going to be in your battery, because fossil fuel engines, you still have to use oil. You still have to use other forms of fossil fuels in a combustible engine.
Okay, but so
It's not just
so you got
don't need it. You
wait.
need it.
So you tell me everybody gonna take their hood off, put a solar. That means you have to convert the entire car to some type of electric vehicle and put a solar panel on
Your
top of
engine
it.
will be removed and a battery will be replaced with it. That will get. And I'm not a car manufacturer.
There are wait. There are already kits people are making in their backyard that the feds are outlawing because they've already solved this problem. I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it. They have hydrogen.
Remember?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Don't
Then I'm gonna
choke.
tell you about this thing that
They have hydrogen engine kit, converter kits that they can put on a car right now that you can put a hydrogen gizmo in the back, the car run off of water, and the only exhaust you will have will be some steam, okay? Some evaporated, highly evaporatable steam. And I've seen it, I saw it today. That's why I'm having this conversation. The guy had a generator that was operated off of a hydrogen diffuser. Put some water in there, you see a chemical reaction, and boom, the engine fired up. It's on YouTube this morning, okay? And I've been following this. The EV1 situation, that was an electric car, and the problem with
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay. The problem with the EV1 is that it needed no parts. Even the braking system was used to recharge the battery. Okay, and the braking system didn't wear out. Only thing you may have to put on this thing is tires. Okay,
that's it.
And they said
they brought it back and crushed it.
One of the main problems with the EV1 is that it will destroy the parts, the revenue for
part of the business.
Right, the parts are a major part of combustion engine cars because they wear out, and this car didn't have that problem. And they said people loved it. I remember it was Ed Begley Jr. Begley Jr. He was the last one to turn his in. He did all kind of documentary. I think he did the documentary, if I'm mistaken.
He did the documentary about the EV1.
And he was the last one holding this car.
And he cried because they were coming after him.
Until
and he was hiding the car everywhere. He was hiding it.
Till the police came to his house and said, "Get a car, or you going to jail." Okay, we have a warrant. We have a warrant for your car. Okay. Or either one of y'all going to jail. Either your car is going to the impound, your ass going to jail. He gave it up, and a few months later, he went out to the yard, and all of them had been crushed to about this big. Okay, all the EV1s
to the size of a quarter.
So the technology has been around forever, but along with that technology comes a shift in power, and that's something I think that Mitch McConnell, the oil companies, everybody's seeking the power. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I just think that there's more of a conversion situation coming down the pipe that would allow people to keep the cars they have and not burn the fuel.
But you're not going to want to keep the cars you have. You said it best with the development of a better EV1, which is what General Motors, Ford, Toyota, even in like Hyundai's and all that stuff and Kias, that's what they're doing because they know this fossil fuel car is unsustainable.
The only problem with
we've done it. It's finished. Well, it's time to move on.
The technology that we've achieved over the past 20 years in cell phones should show us that there's something is really throttling back the progress when it comes to cars. But the next problem with a electric car is the goddamn charging. It's still like 45 minutes, still on a fast charge. You get 200
miles. That's what I was trying to tell you.
What?
No, the new one. Don't mean to tell you. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm just saying.
From what I understand,
what are you telling me?
The new ones, Cadillac too, go over 300 to 500 miles now, because they're being based to use strictly urban cities and long distance drives. They want to convert actually, rail, because they're like, why are we still having to flirt with airlines when we can create high-speed rail and you can go from the west to the east in less than 3 hours?
Again, power.
With high-speed rail. It's like, this is ridiculous. Like, remember we were building the railroad from LA to Vegas, and you'd be in Vegas in less than 20 minutes?
Right. And they couldn't get it together.
Based on what happened in Japan. Because Japan And many of those Eastern nations, they don't mess with this fossil fuel crap.
Well, look, check this
They
out.
have high-speed rail.
Understand this. Understand this. What you're saying is absolutely true. And the difference between Japan and a lot of other countries is that the people that run those countries have, in most cases, have the people of the country best interest at heart. Why? Because they all look
Correct.
alike. They all look alike. Okay.
Well,
Not.
now
Wait.
there's a say, but
Hold on.
they
Let me
know
finish.
how to sustain
Let me finish.
a populous nation.
Let me finish. Let me finish. They have an elite, but they all are from the same. They're Japanese run Japan, Chinese run China. America is a melting pot that's turning into a pressure cooker that is run by white folks that is being taken over by the indigenous people slowly but surely, whether they're Mexicans or whatever you want to call them, as also being in injected with black folks who want their rights. So you got a lot of fighting going on because you got a lot of manipulating going on because you want to keep the white people that look like you happy while keeping the Mexicans out, while keeping the black folks at bay, keep them suppressed. And at some point in time,
keep the indigenous people on the reservation,
right, and keep them on the reservation. Meanwhile, you got to keep the white folks stirred up. You will not replace me. Okay, that bullshit. Okay. Meanwhile, businesses are going out of people.
They're the people who replace people,
right?
Because the indigenous folks are saying, "Wait a minute, we were here. What are you talking about?"
Okay. So when you see all this right here and you experience all this right here, but meanwhile, it's a big chess game, and ain't nobody winning. Okay, you got a handful of people that win.
We want to find a way, because as human beings and as humanity, if we do not adjust our thinking, our attitude, our work, and our thing, this world will implode.
Dude, the people, if you don't care about kids getting their heads blown off,
exactly,
dude, you don't need to be in office. Okay, and this is what people are talking about right now at the hearing.
That's what the son
literally
from his mother, who was killed in Buffalo, said. If you're here and you can't see that there's no reason to have an AR-15 purchased by an 18-year-old, you need to see. And this is why they're fighting to have the photographs and the pictures from the autopsies public.
Man.
And the parents are saying, yes, let them see what an AR-15 does to a human body, to children, to grandparents.
What I just saw.
And it's like, people are like, if you do that, it's like what they did with Emmett Till. Emmett Till's mother was a genius.
Right. Hold on.
He said, you want to see what lynching's about? Here you go.
I just listened to the radio a minute ago, and they said that one of the kids' bodies was so mangled, the mama had to identify the kid by his tennis shoes.
Yeah, that's what Matthew McConaughey said.
Okay.
She was wearing green Converses, high top Converses, and she drew a heart on one of the toes.
And that's how
they couldn't identify the body.
A mother in Buffalo, a grandmother in Buffalo, body was so mangled, they just had to cremate it because they couldn't put it back together again for the funeral. Okay. Mm-mm. Meanwhile, let me say this right here. Meanwhile, they say that the guy in Uvalde, Texas, he had AR-15, gang of bullets, body armor, a 9mm, and it was a guy on YouTube today talking about this. He said, based on all the artillery and the ammunition and everything this guy had about $9 grand worth of shit on him. Okay, at 18 years old. Where does an 18-year-old get $9 grand from to go buy guns from?
But remember, his body armor wasn't body armor. Those were magazines for the AR-15.
Okay.
They realized it had the vest.
Okay.
But he used it to carry
it was a tactical vest. Okay, but still,
it was a tactical vest.
They itemized all the items that he had on him, and they didn't even have the actual price of the gun, but they said between the bullets and the ammo and the guns, the AR-15s, and everything he had, this guy spent like $9 grand on artillery to go shoot up a bunch of people and didn't kill himself. Anyway, folks, that's
Yeah.
it, man. Dre, go ahead, wrap it up, man.
Basically, I got to tell everybody it's about the love. We love you. It's about we have to make these changes. We have to actually put people in office that are going to do our bidding and get what's necessary for all the people, not just some of the people, not for the fear of a black planet, but for the fear of those folks who don't mind watching children die at the hands of an AR-15. Don't mind our seniors, our people of color die at the hands of an AR-15. Don't mind people in a hospital who, oh my back, it didn't work out right, die at the hands of an AR-15. AR-15s are designed for one thing and one thing only: total destruction of a human being.
Miss B?
I love you.
Miss B?
Hey, love y'all. Y'all do hip hop proud. It's Music Awareness Month, and it's Black Men's it's Men's Health Month. So y'all do both months proud. June is you're standing in the gap for June's awareness days. We'll talk more about that. Like I said, I appreciate you all, love you all, and let's talk again. Legendary Connects with the Divine Connector out of Mississippi.
Real quick. Next week, everybody, it's Alonzo's birthday party, and it's Juneteenth. So y'all need to be here. Legendary Connects.
All right, folks, you live with Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast Hip Hop, my partner in crime. From the other side of the country, we got my man Dr. Dre, and down south with her feet in red clay, just mushing the toes and shit, just mushing the toes. We got Miss B, folks. This is Lonzo with Dre, for Legendary Connects, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. It's been another great show. I like talking to Dre. He's a smart brother, very intelligent, not smart, very intelligent brother. And sometimes we have our difference of opinions, but that's what makes this show so damn great. Thank y'all for watching. Rob Trimble, Derek Mallory, my boy, I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, he had to go take his stepson to the movies. I will see Marlon Cozy. I'll see you next week, Doc. Much love to you, Marlon. Take them boys to go see Jurassic Park. I'm going to see it tomorrow myself, folks. In the meantime, we out to next week, y'all. Peace.